for today, nakikita niyo naman, ang kasama ko ngayon ay ang aking coach. Nag-start akong mag-workout ulit. After 1.5 years of being, kain tulog lang, ngayon bumalik na naman ako sa pag-workout dahil eto kasing si coach. Nung National Low Carb Day, nagpakita siya ng mga series of photos ng mga tao, ng mga seniors na, pero grabe, mukhang 30s, mukha lang 40s, ang babata ng itsura. Tapos, ako naman, parang nakukonsensya ako na, ay, syempre gusto ko ganyan din ako. And doon ko na-realize na hindi lang pala enough na proper meals yung kinakain natin. Of course, nakakatulong siya ng malaki. Pero tulad nga nung sinabi nila ni Coach Dan during National Low Carb Day, kapag nag-start ka kasi mag-workout, automatic merong facelift effect na magaganap. So, syempre, yun yung gusto natin, di ba? And also, parehas kasi kami ng struggle neto ni Coach Nins na nung naglo-low carb, ang hirap, parang nahihirapan gawin si low carb fully kasi payatin. Ang bilis mamayat. Kaya ngayon, ayan, siya yung tumutulong sa akin para ma-reach ko yung goals ko to gain weight in a healthy way through low carb. So, Coach Nins, hello!
Hello, glad you mentioned healthy way, no? Miss Eileen, finally, thank you very much for inviting me here dito sa napakagandang mong page at saka community mo. And yeah, first and foremost, I appreciate your being open to learning kasi, you have a good amount of, number of people following you because you are a good influence to them. And they say for you to be a good influencer, you must be a good student first and learner. So na-notice ko, whenever we had our session, you're very open to learning. You have very interesting questions. So I'm so privileged to be your coach sa fitness naman this time. So yeah.
Maraming salamat, Coach. And ako rin, likewise. And thank you rin for dahil pinaunlakan mo kami. Alam ko tomorrow maaga pa yung session natin. Maaga pa yung workout session natin. Kasi ganito, Coach. Ang nangyayari dito sa ating low carb community, 'di ba, nag-start tayo few years ago. Ang problem ng maraming Pinoy is paano kami maglo-lose ng weight, tapos meron kaming mga napakaraming sakit. Nung na-introduce si low carb, ang naging problem naman natin ngayon is sumobra naman po yung pagpayat ng mga tao. Yes, naging healthy. Yung mga lab results, magaganda, pinagtatanggal na ng doctors nila yung kanilang maintenance, pero hindi na siya, sometimes hindi na siya ganun kahit ikaw mismo hindi mo na na-appreciate yung nangyayari sa katawan mo kasi pabagsak ng pabagsak yung weight mo. So, ang nangyayari ngayon, either babalik ka sa dating way of eating mo, pero babalik yung sakit, or itutuloy mo. Ang hirap ng ganong problem, Coach eh. So, please, tulungan niyo po kami. Paano po ba kami mag-gain ng weight in a healthy way, of course, through low carb po?
Yes. So, I understand where are you coming from. Kasi we have stigma din when it comes sa gaining muscles. We thought na if you gain weight or gain muscles, it's more about eating a lot of things, force feeding, and how's your health along the way. So may mga compromises, and then we have fear. And that's legit. I know where you're coming from. Kasi the same thing with me. When I first starting yung fitness journey ko, my goal talaga is to be healthy lang. And yung being fit, alongside lang siya. Hindi siya yung main goal ko. That's why I was hesitant at first when I tried to, start this journey. But first, I like to let you know I was so skinny before and sickly. I remember every time mag-hit yung allergies ko, especially dito, mag-hit siya, I know I will be bedridden for 2 to 3 days. Because intense yung allergies ko. And I remember, yung breathing problems ko was so intense that I had to depend with nebulizer. Binabaro ko pa that time yung nebulizer ni Coach Daniel, because he has asthma as well. So very, very tragic yung life ko when I was in my younger years, And on top of that, I didn't have this kind of mentor to teach me how to do it. Kasi I didn't come from a healthy family first and foremost. Both of my parents, meron silang hypertension. And especially my dad, because he passed away when I was 10. 7 kami magkakapatid. And right there, I realized, grabe pala yung lifestyle mo would create an impact to the generation. And it even created a stigma with me na if ano yung puno, siya din yung bunga. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, if ano yung puno siyang bunga, shall I be a slave, kumbaga, sa anong nasimula ng family ko? It must end with me. If I did not come from healthy family, at least a healthy family must come from me. So that should be the goal, to be healthy. Okay. Now you know that you have the foundation of being healthy. You must start with that. Okay. You must have your deep why you must work out, why you must eat right. Okay. Kasi if you know your deep why, yung mga other things on the how to will come naturally. They say the right teacher will come if the student is ready to learn. So regardless of your body composition, whether you are like us, ni Miss Eileen, na underweight, okay, or overweight, the goal should be the same. It's to gain muscles. Because if you have enough muscles, this will deal with being skinny at saka being overweight. So meron akong 3 solutions dito that we can follow, Miss I. And of course, yung mga viewers natin later, siguro we can have you Q&A, no? So that we can deal with their specific concerns as well. Okay. I hope my audio is okay kasi may nagsasound dito on my end. Okay lang siya, no?
Sa akin, Coach, maganda. Perfect yung
So far, so good siya.
audio. Mm-mm.
Okay,
Wala
sige.
namang nagre-reklamo pa.
Wala pa naman. Okay,
Wala
sige.
pa
So
naman.
I hope all is well. Hello para sa mga live viewers natin. And if you are watching right now, I appreciate you because you want to take charge of your own health. That is the best investment you can have, taking charge of your own health. So ano ba yung mga practical solutions that you can start today? Regardless of your age, regardless of your gender, regardless of your physical condition when it comes to muscle gains. Number one, ready na bang lahat? Okay. Number 1 is you must focus on gaining strength. Focus on gaining strength. So when you say gaining strength, you can only achieve that through resistance training. Ano nga ba yung resistance training? Yung resistance training is working your muscles against a force or a weight. And of course, the classic example is lifting weights. So yung lifting weights, resistance training, isa lang po sila. Iba po sila sa movement or cardio or low intensity exercise. Yung low intensity exercise like walking, running, cycling, swimming, meron po silang benefits din. Pero yung goal nila is not growing your muscles. It's not a great stimulant of muscle growth. Yung mag-determine ng muscle growth mo is resistance training. Now, when you focus on gaining strength, okay, on the right pacing, okay, safe way, you will increase your muscles. Again, I like to be specific, no? Kasi we would like to mention usually what is your goal. Usually, some people would say gaining weight. Okay, I would say the better goal should be gaining muscles. Kasi if you say gaining weight, that could also mean you want to gain fat. Fat is not our friend as much as possible with our body composition. We want to get rid of body fat, diba? But retain at saka increase yung muscle mass natin. So the better goal should be gaining muscle. So as you increase on your strength, okay, you will increase as well on your muscle size. Increase in muscle strength, increase in muscle size. So ano po sila? Magkaibigan po sila, mag-best friend sila, or mag-jowa sila. Yung strength at saka yung muscle size. Okay? Now you know that your goal is, right, you must increase yung strength mo. You focus on the practicality of resistance training. You go with siguro compound lifts. Compound lifts, ito yung mga exercise that will hit multiple muscle groups at the same time. Kunwari, si Miss Eileen, kanina nag-squat, tama Miss Eileen? Nag-squat siya. So yung squat, yung parusa. Ang sakit nga nun, di ba? So medyo challenging siya kasi it targets multiple muscle groups at the same time. It targets the quads, yung sa tawag dito, yung sa harap ng legs mo, also sa glutes, sa puwetan, also a bit of lower back. So medyo challenging siya, but it can save you time and effort. Tama? What else? How about yung bench press? Okay, yung bench press, ito yung may dumbbell ka or maybe barbell and then you push it. Okay? Nakahiga ka and you push it vertically, di ba? Push it. So it targets your shoulders, a bit of triceps, mainly yung chest mo. So, di ba? It can save you time and effort, especially if you're busy. So, focus on those things and then slowly you add weight and intensity with your compound lifts. When I say intensity, not just the weight, but also the number of reps. Reps is the counting, how many times you do it, and the sets. So be intentional with that. And the principle I like to give when it comes to that, we call it progressive overload. Or you progress, okay, on being intentional with progression. So, di ba usually, and then we like to take an illustration siguro when you were grade 1. Okay, grade 1 ka siguro, yung first quarter mo sa school, kunwari sa subject na math, one digit lang na addition, di ba? 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 8 plus 8, madali siya. And then second quarter, you go for 2 digits na, like 10 plus 10, okay. 55 plus 65, parang ganon, di ba? Third quarter, maybe multiplication na, or fourth quarter, division na. So, may progression siya. But what if, for the rest of your grade 1, first quarter to first quarter, first to fourth quarter, 1 digit lang. 1 plus 1 lang, 2 plus 2 lang. Ano mangyari sa growth mo? Stagnant siya. Ang muscle po natin parang ganun din. Meron po siyang memory. Okay, so the more you force your muscle to grow, it will adapt and it will adjust if you do it the right way. All right, so that's first. I hope that is clear, no? Focus on gaining strength. Before I move to the second thing, Miss I, okay lang ba yung reception natin dyan?
Yes, Coach. Malinaw. Pati yung pagkaka-explain, Coach. Galing.
Yes. Yeah.
Malinaw na malinaw.
All right. So number 1 yan, focus on gaining strength. If ever may interruption tayo, please let me know lang, Miss I. Well, all is well. Sige. So that's number 1, focus on gaining strength. Number 2, okay, you must focus on nutrient dense at saka protein. Okay, nutrient dense at saka protein. So when you talk about body composition or how your body looks like, it is shaped primarily by what you eat. They say, diba, you are what you eat. So literally talaga, yung body composition mo is defined primarily of what you eat, what you place inside. So we give emphasis on nutrient dense at saka protein. So yung protein is under the category of macros. Macros, tatlo po yan. Protein, fat, at saka carbs. We call it macro kasi malaki. We eat it in large proportion. Unlike micronutrients, okay, call it micro kasi maliit. We take it in small portions. So focus ka sa protein. Ano ba yung protein? Protina. Okay. Yung protina is para din sa, kung sa bahay pa, ito yung mga hollow blocks or bricks. Diba? The stronger the quality of the bricks at saka hollow blocks. Okay. At saka yung quantity is in good proportion, bumaha, bumagyo, solid siya. Tama. Ano mangyayari sa bahay kapag kulang yung hollow blocks or bricks if nakakaangat sa buhay? Because yung iba, kasi hindi nakakaintindi ng hollow blocks, bricks ang tawag sa kanila. Ano mangyayari? Magigiba. So ano mangyayari sa katawan natin if kulang yung protina? Okay, hindi siya maka-withstand. That is why if you want to have a denser body composition, you must feed yourself with protein. It is not just about muscles and protein. Look at your hair, look at your skin, okay, look at your eyes. It is made primarily of amino acids. Amino acids, building blocks of life. Yung amino acid po is protein. Nanggaling po siya sa protein din. So prioritize protein, and the next question could be, Coach Nins, Miss I, ano yung quantity ng protein, ilang grams ng protein? So iba-iba yun. If you look at the internet, maraming opinion about protein. Okay, merong 0.4 grams per kilogram of your body weight, 0.8, 1.2, 1.8. So medyo confusing siya. So if you want to have an optimal na body composition, we usually suggest 1 gram of protein per pound of your weight given nag-workout ka. So kunwari, you are 140 pounds. So how many grams of protein in a day? You divide it maybe on 3 meals, okay, 140. So that's around, diba, 140 divide 3, okay, per meal. 140 a day, Okay? You don't eat it at one sitting na kasi you cannot absorb everything. So divide mo siya sa 3 or maybe for others 4. Okay? Others naman into intermittent fasting, you may want to divide it into 2 pero hindi siya doable. Kasi if it's too much of a protein, you cannot absorb everything. Sayang lang. Okay? So 140 grams of protein given you are 140 pounds. Then I won't advise 1 gram of protein per pound if you're not working out. So you have to sabayan mo yung mataas na protein with workout. Kasi you will, convert that protein into muscles. Okay, gaining strength. Okay, so that is number 2, protein dense, tsaka nutrient dense. With micronutrients, maybe it will be siguro reserved for another discussion. But protein-wise, marami tayong sources of protein. The most superior, source of protein, we can have it from meat. Okay, chicken. Okay, itlog. Ano pa? Fish, beef, pork. Okay, so marami sila dense sa protein. Kunwari yung chicken breast. Okay, 100 grams ton will give you 30 grams of protein. Okay. Maybe yung chicken thigh. If you are skinny right now, I won't recommend chicken breast kasi medyo umay siya. Nakakabusog siya ng madali. But if you go for chicken thigh, okay, may protein siya, may fat siya, pero nakakabigay ng gana sa'yo to eat more. Okay. So, also, kasi yung community natin ni Miss Ai, mostly nasa low carb and fasting community. And that's good kasi you entered that kind of lifestyle because you want to be healthy. Now, if nasanay yung katawan mo sa 1 meal a day or maybe 2 meals a day, yung appetite mo mag-shrink. Diba? So, what you will do, especially if you're not used pa to 3 to 4 meals, okay, you have to slowly train your system to adjust with 3 to 4 meals. Now, this is only applicable to those who are skinny. Okay. Kasi if you have medical conditions, and maybe if you are overweight, okay, it is best always to go muna sa lifestyle natin sa intermittent fasting and then low carb na 2 meals or maybe 1 meal. Given na it is advised to you by your doctor or maybe by health professional or your coach. Okay, so do it wisely and in a safe way. That's number 2, Miss I. Hope all is well with my explanation. Hope hindi siya too fast.
Hindi naman, Coach. Hindi naman nakaka-overwhelm.
Yeah.
Nutrient-dense meals, protein.
Nutrient-dense meal. And protein, yes, tama yan.
Yes.
And maybe we can end with the last tip, and that is to focus on your game plan. Focus on your game plan. Now, in every war, every war is won in the general's tent. Meaning, pinagpaplanuhan po yung paggawa ng katawan nyo. I always tell this to my students, diba, when you want to build your dream house, we have a blueprint. Ano mangyayari kapag walang blueprint? Diba, come what may. Very expensive kaya magpatayo ng bahay. I know Miss Eileen can relate to that, no? May pinapatayo na ata na mansion eh.
Wala pa, Coach. Sana next year na.
Next year, claim na natin yan. Di ba? So, ano mangyayari kapag may mali sa plan? Di ba expensive magpag-iba at saka you start from scratch. Very expensive. Blueprint sa bahay, sa ideal house mo, di ba? How much more sa bahay mo? Ito, yung katawan mo. Yung bahay mag-iba, pwede mo na siyang in due time, pwede mo siyang palitan. Pero yung katawan mo nag-iisa. So you must have a plan with your precious, priceless body. So what you do, you plan first with your pagkain. So now that you know ilang grams of protein ang kakainin mo with other macros, you have to plan ano po yung kakainin nyo. So you have to plan for your meals, ano yung sustainable for you. When I say sustainable, it is pasok sa budget mo, pasok sa taste buds mo, at saka pasok sa availability dyan sa inyo. Once you know that, you have a plan, at least hindi ka na mamblema, anong kakainin ko mamaya, anong kakainin ko tomorrow or next week. Kasi may tinatawag tayo na decision fatigue. So kapag marami kang decisions na ginagawa in a day, exhausted yung yung brain mo. So you have to limit those decisions. Unnecessary na to, decide ano kakainin mo. If you have the plan, at least spontaneous na. Now, you know what you will eat. Now, plan for your workout. You must have your structure. Ilang days in a week ka mag-workout. Anong klaseng workout ang gagawin mo? Is it home workout? Is it gym equipments? Is it with body weight? Is it with resistant bands? Is it with hanging bar? So you have to plan. How many days in a week? 3, 4, 5, or maybe once. Ilang minutes siya in a day? Or maybe ilang beses in a week ka mag-workout? Okay. Umaga ba or hapon or gabi ba? So you have to plan on those things. And I would say, and I would suggest to you, what is working for me may not be working for you. What is working to Miss Aideen, nag-workout siya sa umaga, grabe yung discipline, di ba? May not be working for you. The best schedule for you is the one that you can stick to or the one that you can follow. Okay. So plan ahead, have a blueprint, and then I would say with your fitness goals, it is not always smooth at saka spontaneous. Life happens, but be flexible lang. Just change the process and the steps, and then don't change the goal. Alam niyo medyo, and I say this respectfully, medyo matagal din ako sa fitness industry, pero up until now nag-adjust pa rin ako. Be flexible lang. So it's okay na merong adjustments along the way, but do not stop. Okay, you will reach your goal if you don't quit. Okay, but of course, if may mga disturbances, learn when to rest and not to quit. Okay, just go on, start small, and then I like to give special mention to 40s and above, because again, that's my hugot. Kasi my dad passed away when he was in his 40s, and he missed a lot in life, especially seeing his apos, okay, and how we move forward in life. I mean, mga anak niya. So to take charge of your own health is to take charge of your family's health as well. Because if you step up as a parent, okay, with your health, these children of yours are following you, whether you like it or not. They look up to you. So when you step up with your health, they will be influenced for good as well. So I hope we get it. 3 steps lang, 3 solutions. Number 1, focus on gaining strength. Pangalawa, focus on nutrient-dense at saka protein-dense meals. And pangatlo, have a game plan with your workout at saka with your meals. There you have it.
Thank you, Coach. Medyo nakakaiyak yung dulo. Nakakakonsensya. Tama. Ayan yung palagi ko sinasabi sa husband ko. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-baby hanggat hindi tayo healthy, ha? Sinong mag-aalaga doon pag nagkasakit tayo, kawawa? Eh, ngayon may baby dog kami. So, kailangan maging healthy kami. Walang mag-aalaga dyan. Tama. So, doon sa mga nawawalan na ng gana na masyado na akong payat balik na lang kaya ako sa pagkain yung dating eating pattern ko. Alam mo naman na yung dating eating habit mo is yun yung reason kung bakit natambakan ka ng maintenance dati. So, hindi yun yung magandang path para mag-gain ka ng weight. So, kagaya ng sinabi ni Coach Nins, pinakamaganda talaga is to gain muscles instead of just fat. Malaki ka nga, pero puro fats naman siya. So, eventually, babalik yung mga sakit na natanggal mo na through low carb. Kaya lang, Coach, kasi ito yung kinatatakot namin. Ako dati. Nakakatakot kasi yung advice mo is to gain muscles. Baka naman maging macho kami niyan, kababaeng tao namin, ang laki ng braso. Nakatakot naman yata yun. Paano po yun?
Miss Ai, that's a very legit question. Most of when you go to gym, 70 to 80% of population lalaki. And one of the reasons why yung babae konti lang, I think we can safely assume because they don't want to look bulk at saka maging bodybuilder. I agree with you. And I don't want to be a bodybuilder either. Others want to take that as profession. Go for it by all means. But when it comes sa dynamics ng katawan natin, iba yung hormones ng lalaki sa babae. Yung main driver when it comes sa muscle growth is testosterone. Yung lalaki mataas yung testosterone. Yung babae, konti lang. Now, even though you work out as hard as you can, you won't grow big at saka bulky as men. That's how nature mandates ang body composition natin. Now, when you see someone sa social media na very bulky, na parang macho-macho na babae, okay, we can usually assume na meron silang tinuturok. Tawag doon enhanced growth hormone. Testosterone yon, okay? Para lumaki sila. Because it's not natural for women, okay, to have that kind of physique. Okay. Now, if that bothers you as well, no, hindi naman po siya overnight na 1 year sa workout makikita mong bulky. Now, if you see na sobrang laki ka na talaga, given okay, you have the genetics talaga to grow big, no, parang bulky. Hindi po siya overnight. It would take years talaga for you to have that kind of physique na parang bodybuilder sa babae. And close to impossible yun na you will look like a man with your body composition. So rest assured, number one, it would take years. So hindi siya madali. So you can use that for your advantage. Pangalawa, do it naturally. If you do it naturally, okay, like I assume most of our viewers here would like to do it naturally for health reasons, that is good. The reason why you want to build muscle is for your own health. For your own health, you want to do the basic things in life. I like to mention this one, no? Yung mga babae. Okay, I like to emphasize this kasi hugot ko din to at the same time. Medyo na misinformed tayo when it comes to this. Na yung muscle gains is para lang sa mga lalaki at sa mga bata. The number one reason uso yung osteoporosis sa babae is because they lack muscles. If you don't have enough support sa bones mo, your bones will grow weaker and fragile. Ano po yung support ng bones? Muscles po. And even working out will increase the strength of your bones. So don't believe the lie na yung muscle gains is just for lalaki. It's for your own health as well, regardless of your gender at saka your age.
Ang galing. Akala ko yung si buto yung sumusuport kay muscle, baligtad pala. Kaya pala common siya sa mga babae. Interesting. Ang galing. Ayun. Thank you, Coach. Next question is, paano naman okay, alam natin maraming naglo-low carb na senior Kasi sila yung may maraming sakit and very effective sa kanila yung low carb. Pero yung sinabi niyo na advice, Coach, lalo na yung mga exercise na sinample niyo kanina, paano naman po nila gagawin yun? Medyo mabigat po yun So any advice po para naman sa mga senior na masyado nang nag-lose ng weight with low carb?
Correct. That is a good observation then, Miss Aino. There are workouts, again, are not applicable for you. So the advice is this. If you have an option for a coach, go for it. Kasi that's a wise investment. The coach will guide you with proper form, execution. The number one aspect that you have to prioritize in working out, regardless of your age, bata ka man or matanda, is safety. So when it comes to safety, there is a way to do it. I'd like to give an example. No, I don't have pictures to show, but I have a student, 65 years old, nag-work out. 65 years old na babae. Okay. And now she's lifting weights, 20 pounds and even more. But before we arrived at 20 pounds, we started with no weights up until may 5 pounds, may 7 pounds. Gradual increase in a safe manner. Meron na din akong student, 72 years old. Imagine 72 years old. We started with no weights, then with 1 pound, then 2 pounds, 3 pounds. Ngayon sa bench press namin, we can, yung client ko na 72 years old can carry mga 30 pounds. But we cannot arrive there without starting sa basic. So do it gradually. Don't force yourself. Have a plan. And once you have a plan, do it the safe way.
So even with seniors po pala, wala po palang pinipiling age. So it's never too late, ika nga.
Tama, never too late. Never too late.
Actually, nakikita ko yung mga, Coach, yung mga gina-guide ninyo, ng mga seniors din. Kasi dun sa mga hindi nakakaalam. Ano kasi talaga ni Coach, ang pinaka, ano bang proper term dito? Yung pinaka mga clients talaga ni Coach is yung mga 40s and above. Kaya dati, ayoko mag-enroll kay Coach kasi sabi ko, hindi pa naman ako 40, nakakahiya naman. Parang nakalagay na nga, ang laki-laki dun sa Facebook niya. But anyway, at dito po si Miss Fe ngayon nanonood. Isa po siya sa mga students niya, di ba? Sabi niya kasi sa comment, parang kailangan ko na yatang bumalik sa inyo, Coach, sa training natin. Ayan.
Never too late, Balik lang.
Hmm. Tsaka ayun, mamaya ilalagay ko dito yung dun sa mga interested na mag-inquire kay coach, mamaya ilalagay ko yung link ng Facebook niya, Facebook page niya para makapag-inquire kayo sa kanya. So ayun, yun lang naman yung mga usual na yung mga questions na bumabagabag sa aming isip. Ngayon sagutin natin yung mga question ng
Okay, yeah.
mga viewers. Ready ka na ba, coach?
Yeah, let's go.
Ito
Ready.
kay Miss Rose, tinatanong niya po kung bawal po ba mag-take ng vitamins to gain weight and muscles?
Hmm. What kind of vitamins, no? Well, yung vitamins, first and foremost, if we're talking about supplements, we call it supplement for a reason. We supplement what we lack. So for yung principle always, if you can get it sa real whole food, go go go. But if you want to optimize it, much better if you have supplements. Now, personally, I'm taking supplements kasi of course very demanding your work, and then at the same time I lack some nutrients then in my lifestyle. So what I have is this, and I would like to recommend this to you as well kasi very important to yung mga nutrients if you were to choose and if you have option for vitamins. No, of course first go for electrolytes, magnesium, potassium, yep, sodium. So go for it, prioritize that. You also have B vitamins. I have that one as well. Fish oil. Fish oil is good for the brain, good for the heart. Okay. Also, I have ano pa ba? Phytonutrients. Kasi right now, nagka-carnivore ako. So uh, yung pag-take ko ng fruits and vegetables, of course, limited. Yung phytonutrients is the nutrients from the plants. Yung colorful pigmentation, it is always discussed in the low carb community, especially if you are in carnivore or keto, no? Kasi you need that. Yung colorful fruits and vegetables, kunwari yung kulay violet, it's good for the brain. Yung kulay violet like mga berries, di ba? It's good for the brain. Lahat na kulay pula, it's good for the heart. So, yung mga pigmentation na ganito, very important for overall natin na functionality at saka mobility. Ano pa ba? Also, I take D3. Okay. Kasi yung exposure ko sa sun, minsan limited. Kasi of course, babad sa trabaho. Though open to, yung sa window ko dito every morning, iba din kasi yung actual na sunlight exposure sa labas talaga. So minsan may mga days na I would take D3 kasi limited yung exposure ko sa sun. But as much as possible, let us depend on the natural na sunlight. Okay, you have to go out. If you have the option, be intentional with that. So yun lang. And of course, yung may time din na I like to mention as well creatine as well. Creatine, especially for those who want to gain muscle through low carb. Kasi ang concern usually sa low carb, and we will be criticized on this, no? Kasi yung water retention, mababa. Yung water retention mababa because of low carb. Kasi yung carbs can retain water. If you want to gain muscle, you want to retain water as much as possible. Yun yung principle. Kaya lang if you remove carbs, yung water retention mababa. Yung creatine will help you to retain those water for muscle retention at saka for muscle growth. Yung creatine po is natural. It is found in your organs, in your skeletal muscle. You can buy this in a very affordable price. Around 600 to 700 will take 2 months na ata. Yeah, di ba? And again, you can have this from meat. But of course, if you're gaining muscles, I would recommend you take creatine as well. But of course, consult your doctor about this if you are into supplementation. Yes.
Mhm. Thank you, Coach. Ayan, electrolytes, B vitamins, fish oil, phytonutrients, D3, and keratin. Na-add to cart ko na yung iba dito, Coach. Yung mga in-adjust niya sa akin.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ayan, another question naman po about doon naman po sa protein na sinabi niyo kanina. From Nestor, Coach, okay lang po ba kung puro pork every day? At tanong ko lang, 58 kg po ako. Ilang grams po pwede sa isang araw kung magwo-workout po ako? 1 kilo po ba or 1/2 kilo lang?
Okay, sige, that's a good question. Ano nga yung name niya, Miss Ai?
Nestor,
Nestor.
Sir Nestor.
Hello, Sir Nestor. That's a good question, no? So first, yung sa pork na option, wow, sana all. Kasi yung pork kasi medyo mahal, di ba? Yung option ko dito, chicken lang most of the time. So, I believe as well, variety can help you. Okay. Number one, variety can help you with your, hindi siya boring. Okay. First and foremost. Pangalawa, you can meet other nutrient needs as well. Kunwari, if you pork ka lang ng pork, that's good. Pero how about yung fatty fish, EPA, DHA? So, that's very important as well. So I would say diversity lang. If you can take pork plus 500 grams of fish in a week, spread it out lang, you are good. Okay. Kasi yung good thing about pork, dense din siya sa protein eh. So variety lang as much as possible. At tapos yun sa protein, 59 kilograms, no?
58, coach.
58. So yung kilogram is 2 pounds is 2.2. So yung 58 multiply mo to 2.2, that's your daily intake of protein. Divide it into 3 meals. Okay. 58 times 2.2. Okay, may na ako sa math eh.
Salamat na lang, coach. Antay na lang kita. Mag-compute.
127, kunwari, 127. So you divide it into 3 meals, kunwari. So 3 meals, okay, mga 42 grams of protein per meal. Okay. Given nag-workout ka po. So that's the optimal way to do it. Okay?
Thank you, coach. Speaking of protein ulit, from Lina, tinatanong po niya, okay lang po ba pag protein drink naman? Tas kung pwede, ano po yung mga marirecommend ninyo?
Yeah. Ma'am Lina, that's a good question as well, no? I assume you asked that because hindi mo na kaya i-take yung solid, tama? Kasi yung protein shake, yung liquid calories natin, ang offer po niya is convenience. So yung principle is always go for real whole food. Pero kapag hindi kaya, that's where you can go for liquid calories, such as yung protein shake. So if you are in low carb, generally, yung mga whey protein, low carb sila. Do not purchase yung mass gainer. Yung mass gainer is very high sa carbs, maltodextrin and everything. So what you are looking for is yung protein. So whey protein, anong marirecommend ko? Right now, I do recommend Nutrilite. So meron silang mixed berry at saka plant protein. Also, from time to time, I'm taking Athlean, okay, as well. Kasi affordable siya. So yun yung mga options ko when it comes to protein. And I'm taking that if, again, wala nang time to prepare. Saka when I was in my bulking stage.
Hindi po ba nakakabusog yun, coach? Baka pag uminom ng isang baso nun, parang wala ka nang gana maghapon.
Correct.
Hindi naman.
So, tama siya. Depende naman kung gaano kakatakaw sa life. Well, sa akin kasi walang effect eh. Medyo matakaw din ako when I was in my bulking stage. So, for others naman, I would recommend, especially if you have appetite concerns, you take it like a dessert. You take it after your meal. Okay? So, kasi para nabusog, loaded na yung katawan mo, and then you take your liquid calories, take it as a dessert. Okay. Usually matamis at saka ang ganda naman mga flavors usually ng mga whey protein eh. Yeah. But again, bonus lang. Hindi nakakabusog ng ganoon yung isolate whey protein. Compare mo sa whey protein kasi yung isolate protein, yung whey nakuha na. Okay. So medyo dense siya when it comes sa protein, medyo light siya sa tiyan.
Isolate whey protein.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, coach. Another question from Betty. Medyo mahaba yung question niya, isa-summarize ko na lang.
Go lang.
So when it comes into gaining weight po, medyo na-confuse siya. Or actually kami, ano daw po ba yung mas importante talaga? Calories or protein? And kung nakonsumo yung enough na calories na kailangan ng katawan mo, does this mean na nakonsumo na yung enough na protein na kailangan ng katawan mo?
Very good question. Glad you asked. Now, protein is calories. Okay. So, yung component ng calories, tatlo sila. Protein, fat, and carb. So, when it comes to muscle gain, yung game changer is protein. So, as much as possible, hindi bababa yung protein. Adjust ka lang sa fat at saka sa carbs. Now, if you are in low carb, generally, of course, mataas si carb. Mataas si fat pala. Mababa si carb. Tama? So, that's the option. If you are in moderate carb, of course, around 50 to 80 grams yung carbs mo. Tapos you fill in the remaining calories mo with fat. But again, yung protein mo is fixed, hindi siya dapat bababa. Adjust ka lang sa fat at saka sa carbs. Okay, that's clear, no? Okay, now that you have that, yung weight mo, I would suggest you monitor it on a weekly basis. Kunwari, you weigh every Monday at the same time after you poops, before your first meal, kunwari. And then after 1 week, given ginawa mo lahat sa pagkain and everything, walang movement sa weighing scale after a week. One thing lang pong ibig sabihin. Tama lang po yung kinakain mo to maintain your weight. So meaning you adjust. Add ka another calories, maybe 200 calories. Okay. Then another week, you can see some changes na. So adjust ka lang on a weekly basis. Add if walang movement. Tapos if you're in weight loss, no, fat loss, of course, subtract lang if walang movement.
Thank you, Coach. So, ayun. Kasi pwede mo namang ma-reach yung enough na calories na kailangan ng katawan mo. Pero kinakain mo, puro carbs, puro junk food, di ba, Coach? Lalo na
Tama,
pag kumain ka
yeah.
ng burger tsaka fries. Ang bilis mo ma-reach yung calories mo.
Dense.
Kaya dapat, rin tayo, focus, laging binibigyan natin ng emphasis yung nutrient-dense na pagkain. Hindi lang basta-basta pagkain. So, ayan. Ito naman, Coach, another concern. From Lucia, Miss Lucia. Paano raw po yung may mga arthritis na high risk sa fracture due to osteoporosis? So, makaka-recover pa po ba through muscle gains?
Ma'am Lucia, no? Ma'am Lucia.
Yes, Coach.
Well, that's a good question, ma'am, because you have hope to heal. So that's very important. So when it comes to that, first, of course, you have to ask experts' advice on that. Kasi iba-iba din yung starting point natin. Maybe sensitive, maybe mild lang siya, maybe manageable siya. So you start with that. So given meron kang experts' advice on that, start small. Yung may student ako na may back problem. So hindi helpful na hindi siya gumagalaw. Di ba? It won't help you in any way. So what I have embedded in her mind na you have to keep on moving para yung blood flow and everything can help you. But we do it in a safe way. So we started with some stretching. We started with some workouts that are fit in her level. That's her case. I don't know ano yung case ni ma'am. So you have to know your expert's advice. Tapos if meron ka ng ganun starting point, start small and steady. And I do believe pwede ka pa po. I do believe 100%. Okay. And I say this by faith, you can be healed. Yes.
Yes. Syempre with proper guidance din.
Yeah.
And ayan, slow progress. Ayan. Thank you, Coach. Another question from JL po. Kasi ano raw po, medyo limited yung kanyang budget. So iniisip niya na yung protein niya is kukuhanin niya na lang sa itlog. Okay lang po ba yun, Coach? Ano po ba yung limit ng pagkain natin ng eggs per day?
Napakaganda. Alam nyo, yung survival kit ko talaga itlog. Nung I was in my bulking stage, gipit na gipit sa buhay. Pero ang ginagawa ko, bumibili ako ng itlog, naka-design na siya kasi makaka-save ka sa itlog in dozens eh. So focus with eggs. Now, maraming opinion when it comes to eggs kasi they would say bad cholesterol, good cholesterol, but we don't have compelling evidence to back that claim yet when it comes to bad cholesterol. Dietary cholesterol, yes. But it's good for us. Now, as for the number of eggs, okay. Well, depende. Depende talaga sa kaya ng katawan at saka sa kaya ng budget. But I tried eating 6 to 9 eggs a day. I divide it into 3 to 4 meals. Okay. So what I would suggest, go for a limit of 3 to 4 eggs per meal. You don't take it yung large amount of eggs, no? Maraming eggs all at one sitting. Kasi I suspect your body can absorb everything. Sayang lang. So 3 to 4 eggs per meal.
Thank you, Coach. And pa-confirm lang, Coach, kasama ba yung egg yolk or egg white lang?
Well, napaka-expensive po ng nutrients yung yellow. Huwag niyo po itapon. Alam niyo sa yellow, lahat ng nutrients nandiyan, lahat ng vitamins nandiyan, no? Except vitamin C. At saka may protein yan. That's around 2 to 3 grams of protein. So sayang. Huwag niyo po siya itapon. Okay?
Yan. Ang kinatatakot kasi ng karamihan yung cholesterol.
Yeah,
Kaya
exactly.
itinatapon ang egg yolk. So huwag kayong matakot sa cholesterol. Okay lang naman yan. As long as kayo ay naka-low carb.
Yeah, yeah.
Yan. Coach, yes or no question lang, mabilisan. According to question ni Dexter, okay lang ba ang active creatine monohydrate during workout?
Yes na yes.
Yan. Yan yung na-mention. Isa sa mga na-mention niya yan kanina, Coach, di ba? So, ayan. Pwedeng-pwede po, Sir Dextrose. And si Miss Vicky, okay lang po ba uminom ng G-Active, yung 0 calories, 0 carbs? Familiar po kayo doon, no?
Yeah,
Okay lang daw po ba yun sa... ayun, yun pala yung question. Okay lang po ba na umiinom ng ganon?
Low carb, no? Low carb, yes na yes.
Ayan. Lalo na pag nag-exercise sometimes. Pero mas maganda pa rin syempre kung yung natural na electrolyte yung iinumin natin. Kasi huwag kayo mag-depend sa ganon. Babalik yung food cravings ninyo. Matamis siya.
Yeah.
Ayan. So, nasa na ba yung mga another question? Coach, according kay Miss Kate, my husband and now can now consume 2 to 3 trays of eggs per month.
Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Grabe, no? Nakakalula. Pero nakaka-relate din kami. Ganyan na rin kami ngayon sa bahay. And asan pa ba ang mga questions? Ang bilis kasi mag-scroll hindi ko makita. Ito, kay Miss Blessy. Kung tapos na ang workout pero hindi pa tapos yung fasting mo, what time po ba dapat kumain? Kasi inaabot daw po siya ng 4 to 5 hours bago kumain. And hindi ba masama din sa katawan yon? Tapos I'm doing, ano po yung MRT? MRT and HIIT for, tapos 18.6 yung IF niya.
Okay. Ma'am Blessy, so first and foremost, you have to check kamusta yung energy levels mo if after 4 hours ka pa mag-eat. Now, when it comes to muscle protein synthesis, we call it muscle protein synthesis. Ito yung pagbuo ng protein for muscles, no? Process po siya. Wala po siyang tinatawag na dapat after workout kakain ka agad ng protein or tinatawag natin na protein shake agad. Hindi naman siya ganun ka-urgent, no? So, yung duration niya is within 24 hours pa naman as long as you are eating protein within that time frame tapos nag-workout ka, mako-convert mo siya into energy at saka for muscle gains mo. So yun yung muscle protein synthesis. Now, yung sa dito sa fasting mo tapos nag-hit ka high intensity interval training. So I would suggest if your goal is muscle gains, okay, if you enjoy HIIT, go for it. But don't compromise resistance training. Don't compromise resistance training. Dapat mas marami yung frequency mo of resistance training than HIIT. Kasi yung goal ng HIIT is for fat loss. It's more of burning calories. It's for metabolism. It's for heart health. It's for lung health. Iba po yung goal niya. So, yun na po i-take nyo. Tapos yung 18.6, if you're taking 18.6, monitor nyo lang po yung weight nyo on a weekly basis. Kasi dyan yung makikita if tama yung pagkain o hindi.
Thank you, Coach. Medyo na-guilty ako doon kasi kanina after ng workout natin, hindi ako kumain agad. Natakot ako. Okay naman, Coach. Kumain ako after 3 hours.
Okay lang, yeah.
Ayun. So, okay lang pala siya.
Totally okay, yeah.
Okay. Thank you for asking that question po. Buti na lang naligtas ako. Ayan. Ito, Coach. Concern ko rin to question ni Sir Iko Coach Nin, good evening. Normal ba na maglabasan yung mga veins sa kamay? I'm 53 years old. Tapos, I lost 18 kilos from 68 to 50 kg. So, started low carb last May this year. So, ayun, pa-advise daw po. Naglalabasan yung mga veins niya sa kamay.
Sir ikaw ba si Wolverine? Magpadamdam ka. Okay. Sir Ikoy, no? Parehas tayo. Now, yung ugat, naturally, lalabas siya if yung fat mo is mababa. Okay. At usually, if muscular ka talaga, yung ugat lalabas na naturally. So, if you don't want that, of course, kita nyo yung mga medyo mataba. Walang ugat-ugat, di ba? Because, of course, natatabunan siya. Tatabunan ba? Tama ba yung term ko? Tatabunan ba? Tama ba?
Opo. Yes, Coach.
So, yun yung principle na doon. So, normal lang siya. But again, if it bothers you, you may want to gain muscles. Tapos, when you go for bulking, magdi-decrease din siya.
Oh. Thank you, Sir Ikoy. Again, concern ko rin siya kasi ayan no. And parang ang tawag dito, na-insecure ako every time na may ginagawang video kasi yung kamay ko parang mas
Talaga?
malala pa sa kamay ng lalaki, ang daming ugat. So, yun pala po
Oh,
dahil sa fat, no?
yeah, baba pa yung fat.
Oh, thank you, coach. Tulungan niyo ako, coach, ha? Listen natin to.
Yes, 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 yes.
And from Miss Rofina naman po, kasi wala daw po siyang fitness coach. So, ang question niya is, how many times a week po ba dapat na mag-gym?
Mm, mm. So, Ma'am Rufina, depende po sa goal niyo, ya. But if you are starting pa lang, you start with 3 times a week. Tapos full body workout, spread it throughout the week. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So 3 times a week. You may start with that.
Yan. Thank you po. And from Miss Merlita po, nagpabunot po siya ng bagang niya. So, kailan po siya pwedeng bumalik sa pagdadumbbell?
Okay. So, with that one, no, na-experience ko din ata yan, no. Naturally, you won't feel good a day after, no? At saka yung energy mo hindi siya optimal. So, you have to listen to your body first and foremost. Of course, may pressure siya. So, hindi siya recommended that you work out a day after, tama? Or maybe even in that day. So, what you do safely, 3 to 4 days. Safely. Okay. Safely. Yung sa akin, medyo pasaway ako. On the second day, nag-workout ako kasi hindi na ako makawait. So so far walang complications, but I won't recommend it to anyone. Again, kasi iba-iba din yung response sa katawan natin.
Gym is life kay coach.
Yeah.
Hindi mapakali. Siguro matutuwa ako nun, coach. Marami akong excuses sa inyo. I-extend ko siya ng 1 week. Ayan, huwag kayong kagaya sa akin. Ha? Ayan, from Miss Jesusa naman po. May tamang oras po ba ng paglilift ng may tamang oras ba ng maglifting and strengthening? Is 30 minutes enough po?
Tamang oras or schedule to or duration?
Yung length, yung length po ng paglilift ninyo.
Okay. So, kunwari, you are into 3 times a week tapos full body, 35 to 45 minutes you're good na. Okay. Start with 35 to 45 minutes. Okay. If you go over 1 hour and then you're working out maybe 5 times a week, hindi siya ganun ka, especially if you're starting pa lang, hindi siya ganun ka optimal for some. So I would suggest 35 to 45 minutes, you're good. That's the duration that is wise to start. And then of course, kasi as you progress, yung capacity or yung tendency ng katawan mo to carry on with the tolerance mo sa pain, nag-iba. So for me, who is working out for many years, I can work out 1 hour and I'm good. Walang I can carry on. Kasi yung tolerance ko against sa pain is okay. Nag-improve siya.
Thank you, coach. Balik tayo dun sa sa topic ng itlog tsaka ng protein. Yung pugo po ba? 'Di ba protein din naman po yung itlog ng pugo. Kaso paano yun, coach? Kasi sabi nyo kanina 2 to 3 per meal yung sinasuggest ninyo na itlog. Paano kung pugo?
Yeah. Well, obviously yung sa pugo maliit siya. So maliit din yung protein niya. Now, if you can sustain that, you have to equate yung pugo, ilang grams siya. I'm not yet familiar ilang grams yung protein ng pugo. Hindi ko pa na-research, pero so make estimation lang when it comes to size siguro. You may start with that. But you may want to check on the MyFitnessPal if available yung pugo, ilang grams ng pugo kinakailangan to have, reach yung amount ng protein na kinakailangan mo instead of eggs. If you want to palit pugo sa eggs.
Oo nga, parang mas masarap nga yun, coach. Kaso nakakatamad lang magbalat. Ang liliit.
Oo nga, yeah, diba? Ang sipag siguro nito yung
Oo. Yeah. Pero masarap naman talaga siya. At dahil malapit na po tayong mag-overtime, last question na. Nako, baka kailangan matulog ni coach. From Jolene, pwede po ba yung walking at saka Zumba exercise?
For muscle gains? I assume that's your question, no? Well,
yes,
yung
coach.
Zumba at saka yung walking, napakagandang exercise po yan. Kasi it will help you relax. It lowers down cortisol or yung stress hormones. It will help you with your heart health, with lung health. Pero yung goal niya po is not muscle gains. If you want to increase your muscle size, you have to go for lifting talaga. Lifting weights, resistant training. That is the way to increase your muscle size.
Okay, thank you po, Coach. And ang dami mga questions na nasagot. Kahit yung mga concerns ko na itinanong ng mga audience natin, nasagot lahat. And sorry guys, hindi na namin entertain lahat ng questions ninyo kasi mag-overtime na po tayo, nakakahiya kay Coach. So, ito kasi si Coach, everyday kayo nagla-live, di ba? Sa page ninyo.
Every Monday and Wednesday, Coach Daniel has his live on Wednesday at saka Thursday. Tuesday at saka Thursday. Ako Monday at saka Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Ayan. So, Monday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Ilalagay ko yung link ng page ni Coach Nins dito sa comment mamaya after this live. Tapos si Coach Dan naman, Coach Daniel din ilalagay ko. So, para masustalk nyo sila. And dun sa mga questions na hindi pa natin nasagot or na-entertain, ayan, dun yung ibuhos lahat ng questions ninyo kapag nag-live si Coach sa Monday. Okay, tapos doon naman sa mga gusto rin na magpa-coach kay Coach Nins, and message nyo na lang siya. Huwag kayong magme-message sa akin kasi hindi naman ako manager ni Coach Nins. May mga nagtatanong kasi, Coach, wala akong idea. Oo.
Pwede ka na mag-apply ng manager ko siguro, no?
Oo nga. Naku, hindi ko po kayo masa-schedule kasi sobrang messed up ng utak ko. So, ayan. So, message lang kayo kay Coach Nins mamaya yung page niya. Ilalagay ko sa comment para ma-stalk natin siya. Ayan. And meron siyang mga previous videos na rin na pwede nyong ma-binge watch kung medyo marami pa kayong mga topics na gustong malaman from Coach Nins. So, ayan lang, Coach. Maraming salamat.
My pleasure, Miss Eileen. Again, see you tomorrow sa workout natin. And thank you again for this privilege to share some little things about muscle gains.
Thank you, Coach. And thank you rin for guiding us para mag-gain ng weight in a healthy way, syempre, through low carb. Ayan. So, thank you. And see you again bukas for me and for Coach Nins. Pero for you guys, kung gusto nyo makita again ulit si Coach Nins, dun tayo sa page niya. Magla-live siya sa Monday. Okay, bye-bye everyone.
God bless you, everyone. Happy lifting.